Alright, hello there YouTube, this is Mr. Pokemon 907. Welcome to my episode 4 of Mario Kart DS slash Mario Kart 5 150cc engine class. So yeah, this is the ending of the first half. This is going to be the first episode that has for this playthrough, this 150 run I should say, that has an end credits. Alright, so I'm gonna go on ahead. Still going Luigi and this Poltergust 4000. They really did this, Mark. This is really interesting what they did here. Everything else is shit. Look at the speed. This is supposed to be told for like majority of the games. Acceleration is really nice. But acceleration has no use if the top speed is like, say a cart could only make it, a vehicle could have only made it to like 30 miles per hour. But it gets to 30 miles per hour in like 2.5 seconds. That's really fast, right? That's really slow, but it gets to its top slow in no time, right? That's a bunch of shit. Useless, right? Then here's Mario, right? I don't even think he's coming close to what the freaking Poltergust does. Look at that. Not even close. With the shooting star either. That's a bunch of shit. So Peach, oh my god, everything she has is shit compared to Luigi again. It's like they made this Luigi Kart DS instead of Mario Kart DS. So when I heard Mario Kart 8's intro with Luigi on the screen, he's saying Luigi Kart 8. I was like, okay, Luigi, you might be right there, guy. I don't know, but you might be right there. I was actually thinking about this game because Luigi has the best card. Look at this, like everything Donkey Kong has. Shit, I just showed you tool already. Look at Bowser, like this guy, oh my god, the speed is holy shit. Alright, I don't know, right? But, whoa, this is a dang entire plane, right? Maybe Bowser has the best card. But you've got to be a genius, and maybe I'm going to try this out like sometime in the future, but maybe in one of the retro tracks I'll try it out, and if it's bad then I'll just quit and choose a proper character, or I can go ahead and try it here, right? But this holy shit, man, the speed is at maximum, but the acceleration is really low, so it's going to take a while to get there. But you see how I drive and play and stuff like that. I'm really skilled. Let's see if the drift is on par. Let's see something. So the drift is 1 2 3 4 5 6 notches out of 7 8 9 and then 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the drift is for this is what? Only 1 2 3. The weight is 1 2 3 4, about 5, and the weight on this thing is, the weight is up to all as well, so you can just bump someone away. It has no acceleration. The items are up to all, so you get the best items in the game. Alright, I'm going to try this out. This is freaking, and that's just a tyrant. Oh my god, I was looking at the wrong card too, because that definitely doesn't have. Alright, so yeah, it's around the same thing. Weight is, this is interesting as hell, man. Alright, so I'm gonna try this. If this is terrible, let's see how long I just took doing that. 4 minutes. I do worse than that sometimes when it was playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Sometimes I'm going through, you know, like items and like characters and stuff like that. Yeah, so all of the characters have terrible kart setups compared to Luigi. So this is effectively, this is Luigi Kart DS slash Mario Kart 5. Alright, let's just call it Luigi Kart DS from now on. Why did they do that? I don't know. Luigi's the real star here, I do believe. Make sure to get, oh my god. Oh, you know, I don't have my audio at all. Yeah, so that's really bad for us, because you see this has no acceleration, but it has top speed though, so we're going to be picking up in sometime soon enough. Alright, so boost. Alright. Yeah. So how fast am I going to be moving though? Is this going to impede my gameplay? Like, I couldn't even turn. Oh, that's the issue. I see the issue now. So you'd be so fast with this freaking plane is that you won't be able to, you've got to rely on drifting. You can't turn your corners. I don't think I want this, man. I don't think I want this struggle. To be honest, this drama. Say it like that, kidding around. Oh my god. Ginny and Georgia. I said it, yeah, I was making a smart reference there. That was one of the most, like, tight jokes she's made in that drama series. The main character. Come on. Boost. Oh my god, this is crazy fast. It is. Whoa. Let's go. And I'm just catching up without needing to drift or anything. This is crazy. I was smart enough to know what this is, what this does, just by looking at the stats. I need not drift. I just have to hold A, make sure not to hit into anything, and I'm good enough to do that for sure. As much or not get hit. Alright, so let's use this. This is crazy. Getting a person in first place. This is interesting though. On my own time, I'm definitely going to do this, but I don't think I want to do this for YouTube. I'm just showcasing something else instead of showing one character all the time. That could be boring for a lot of people. Really lame, you'd say lame. Maybe go on to some other series. But no way, just show something else. This is fun. This is honestly fun as hell. Because the speed that I'm booking, I'm skilled enough that I could book this speed with proper control. Oh shit. Shit. But if you get hit, you're screwed. Because look at this. I might not be able to catch back up. Oh my god, but no, that's not the case. Like, if you get a boost, it pushes your speed. You get helping, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you see I'm struggling just to take back the first place. So I'm going to quit and go ahead and just use Luigi. Yeah, so go ahead with my original plan. Well, yeah, on my own time, I can see myself doing that if I just want something to, you know, yeah, just want something to give me a bit of challenge and excitement. Alright. So, get the start boost. Let's go. Alright. A more balanced normal vehicle here. Let's go. That was interesting though, but yeah. Whoa. Holy shit. Come on. Dang it. This island that I live on could have easily been the freaking Black America advanced to sell like Wakanda in real life. Maybe it actually is. And not every Barbadian gets, you know, granted access to the innards of the inner earth. Access to real Wakanda. Kidding around, but you know, you never know. This life is weird. A lot of things could exist. This island is so fucking weird. So what I realized that growing up here, right? I live on this island, and there's something called the anti-cyclone, and what I found the oddest about it is that no Bayesian talks about it. There are a lot of Barbadians living here that don't even know what it is. So where this island is situated on the ocean, literally the north wind current and the south wind current meet, right? And they cause, like, you know, hurricanes move in a clockwise. Hurricanes move in a clockwise direction, like the winds go in clockwise formation, right, on Earth, for those who know this sense. But there's like a literal storm system where the winds, because of how the north and south winds meet, you get this anti-clockwise wind system forever moving around the island because of the spot of the Earth that the island is on. you get this anti-clockwise movement. This Earth is moving upside down now, so I think hurricanes are moving anti-clockwise and the storm is moving clockwise. Or if that's actually the case, no, it's still going anti-clockwise, or whichever direction it's going. Now, the point is, it goes in the contrary to the original like wind path directions, right? And it causes kind of like a natural like protective wall. So like if a weak storm comes here, we won't get the full effect of the storm. Instead, it will be broken away and we get a bit of rain. If a hurricane comes here, it's going to be weakened before it reaches us. Like I'd say like maybe, I'm not going to lie, like 8 to 9% of its energy is going to be cut off before it even hits the island. And if it's a really weak storm, like 10% and stuff like that and so forth, right? And the thing about that is, right, living in the very center of the earth, that's basically of the map, when you really look at it geographically, it technically is, right? The center, because the earth is tilted, is not going to be obvious, but when you take the earth and straighten it back out and place the earth to point directly at the sun, we live in the very center point of the ocean. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's how we get the freaking center point anticyclone forming and stuff like that. So what I'm getting at, when it comes to energy, right, if you take a spin top and you spin it on its center, you get the energy being situated at the center of the spin top, right? So the earth is spinning, but it's spinning on its center at an angle, right? An angle. So you wouldn't know where the energy is unless you took the like, say a spin top was going dead, like it's spinning perfectly standing up, right? And it's getting to a point where it's losing energy, so it can't spin upright anymore. It's starting to tilt over, so it's spinning with a tilt, as if it's ready to fall over, right? So I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen to the earth at some point. People are saying it's moving as if that's actually what happens, and every few thousands of years that happens, and then the earth, you know, all the geographical like countries and stuff change because the tilt is so crude. People are saying that's what's going to happen soon enough. Maybe, who knows, right? Well, humans always adapt. We still on this planet all these thousands upon thousands of years, so some of us still survive. But point is, all that is happening, and you get what I call a centrifuge of energy, a point where all the energy goes into the very center. So like a spin top is spinning really fast, and it's gonna have a pull-in point. You know, like how you have a fan, like say the Nintendo Switch 2 that just released. I'm going to use that as an example, a technical example, right? It has a fan in the dock, and there's an intake valve and an outtake valve. So it pulls air in, and then air goes back out. It cools the system, right? And that's how the anticyclone forms as well. There's air coming into the island and air being pushed back out constantly all the time. So we kind of breathe really clean air compared to people elsewhere. But you know something is terribly wrong with the air quality on the earth when our air is still somehow nasty. You're getting mold much easier. The air is dirtier than it should be. Something is wrong with this freaking place. The earth is going dead. Maybe because the spin is slowing down and speeding up. The earth is actually on a speed wobble. So when it's wobbling to the left, it's speeding up. When it's wobbling to the right, it's slowing down. It's speeding up, then slowing down. Speeding up, then slowing down. So like even NASA can't, you know, scientists can't keep track of what's going on. I'm going to get to my point here. I sound like I'm rattling off and giving you a boring like science lecture, but it's going to get pretty interesting. Just have your patience, people, guys and gals. All right, guys and gals. So anytime you get say if you take some water, right, and you spin it. You spin that cup in a centrifugal, what I call a centrifugal force. You take it and actually rock it from side to side, or bucket. The water starts to lift up onto the walls of the bucket itself, not the center. The water leaves the center of the bucket or the bottom of the bucket and begins to go up to the walls, because that's where the center of gravity is. The center of gravity is no more on the bottom of the bucket when you're spinning it like that constantly, and what would you fall all the way to the bottom? That's crucial, man. That's crude, man. the water isn't at the bottom anymore, it's on the sides of the bucket, right? I can still do all this in focus, no worries about that. It's just that my R button, I forgot my R button, I've got to press it really well or my drifting cuts out. That's all that messed me up there. Oh god, gotta watch out for this. Fuck. Gotta start. So right, because we live on the bottom, the center, my bad, we live in the center of the earth, and the earth is spinning. Like, people, retarded Barbadians say that Barbados is below sea level and stuff like that. There's that thought that goes around. I hear it from Asians all the time. No, Barbados is not below sea level. What's actually happening, because we live in the center of the earth's spin, the water moves away from Barbados, and there's like this literal, if you look at the island from, you get a really sensitive like satellite camera to look at Barbados, you'd see that around the island the water is like literally lower compared to the rest of the ocean. It's like we've got this steep indent where the island is of water and stuff like that. We live within that vortex, right? So this island hasn't risen up from the ocean, is that the water has been pulled away from the island. So if the earth all of a sudden begins to slow down too much, the water is going to just come right in and cover the island again. It's scary, right? Think about it. We are living on a freaking like ticking time bomb. This island literally is. I'm a genius. I've been saying for years that I want to leave here, and my dad and anyone else who heard me does not understand why. They think it's only because I've been unfeared on this island, but I know what's possibly coming. We need to get the fuck off this island. Alright, let's look at it this way, right? Naturally, you have... How am I gonna put this? Holy shit, nearly fell off there. Similar to what's gonna happen to us if we stay on this fucking island. So, naturally, you have centrifugal force, stuff like that I just mentioned, and all that stuff. We have volcanoes, right? So islands, every single island you could think of, all of them, right, form via what you call volcanic activity, or what I call tectonic convergence, where two plates meet, one goes on there, and the matter is dissolved and comes back up as a volcano, or the earth begins to push on each other and just push up out of the ocean. Now, believe it or not, people are going to just, when they hear that Barbados came up out of the ocean, they're going to think that it's because there are two plates meeting there and then we're just a bulge in the sea like some islands are. No. Literally, this island is only here because the spin of the earth has pulled the water away in our location. Is that the earth is so big and powerful. I've heard my dad using those words. He never told me this, but I found this out myself. I worked it out myself, and the math is sound and it's fucking terrifying. It's more than terrifying and totally correct, and it's terrifying, right? So he's been always talking about how big the earth is and things take long and stuff like that, just like how the volcanoes are acting up, and it's going to take years possibly for them to get as volcanic like dangerous as people are saying. But believe it or not, that could happen in a few weeks. Because the earth is so heavy, you could have a slush from somewhere that just pushes it and speeds it up in like a few weeks time or a few days time. But point is, all that energy, right, being shifted around, the earth is spinning like that at an angle constantly. The water and stuff beneath this island could be pulled away, and we could actually have, like there are all those movies talking about Journey to the Center of the Earth, Atlantis, all those points under the earth that like the hollow points in the earth that like have breathable air and there's no water down there, or lava. I really think the entrance to that part of the earth is Barbados, like quite literally. And that part of the earth that has a hollow point, and maybe people live down there and all that shit, and they're just on the surface. Because I've always been wondering, how the fucking hell could these people have so much money? Like the system here, Beijing's, all the tourism stuff and all that, people come to visit the island above. I call it above. There's a land below as well, I'm quite sure. No one could fucking trick me. But I don't need to be included into your weird as fuck whatever Beijing's do down there. I don't need to know. I've always been wondering how they breed so fast. No, I sound weird even saying it like that, as though I'm not a human myself, but I am. But I'm saying is like these people, I wouldn't be surprised if they have lands down there and all that shit, and things are all built and designed in this hollow earth, right? What the fuck? So I've got to retry this again and come back to this track because it's being ridiculous as fuck right now. I don't see myself getting first place here. I'm sixth place and this is second lap. Maybe fourth. I possibly can, but we'll see. So one, the water is gonna come back and cover the island. It's inevitable. Two, there is a hollow point in the earth beneath this island, and it's been hidden from whomever for years, but I'm quite sure the entrance is Harrison's Cave. Oh, fuck. Yep, I can't do it. I definitely can't do it. I'm in 8th, and this is the last lap that I'm going to be passing by. So I'm definitely going to have to pause this and do all these again. And then come back. So, yeah. There's more of this island than meets the eye. Literally, they've been hiding it from us, but I'm not a fucking idiot. They're guarding the entrance to the center earth here, and I'm going to talk about it because we're in the last days, and I know what they're hiding. There may be gold, maybe from, because let's put it this way, right? Say the earth tilts, and there's a literal turnover of the surface world, and all the upper continents and stuff get all shifted around and stuff. There's massive damage that goes on every few thousands of years. This happens, right? The very center of the earth could become unaffected as much. You know, there could be gold and currencies and stuff like that. So I'm going to pause this. There could be gold and currencies and stuff like that from the older earths, right? Before the calamities, because it happens multiple times. It's called those maybe Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, Earth 4, how many other times, who knows, infinitely. But it could be resources down there and stuff like that. And I don't care if I'm totally correct and there are people who might want to kill me because I start talking about this, then so be it. I spent enough years being treated like shit on this island, and it left out, not helped directly, anything of the sort. So whatever the fuck, I'm just going to talk about it. The anticyclone, the fact that, you know, using, when you add all the math together, there's definitely an earth under this. There's a world under here, like shit. The water, if you take a freaking bucket and spin it, it's rocking away. The water is going to move away. There's going to be an air pocket in there for sure. Air is definitely going to stay. There's a central point. Air is going to get in and it's going to be pushed back out at some point. Air works really interestingly well for any situation. It's going to have an intake and it's going to have an out vent, because pressure pushes it back up. There's this thing called Jenny, not too far from us. What you call an ocean volcano. That could be one of the out vents for the lava being pushed out. That's if it becomes active again. And then there's some undersea geysers and not only geysers, like coral reefs that I find really interesting. Like what could be giving them the warm enough air to form, as like there's some beautiful massive coral reefs around the Barbados as well, that actually we've got this literal company called Atlantis Submarines. Atlantis is beneath Barbados. Barbados is not the real deal. These people treat their houses too badly. I've always wondered what the fuck these people are doing. Why does this island look so bad? And these people still carry an energy. And I've been looking into it. They don't live on the surface. They live underneath, possibly. And whomever is still on above, like, maybe that's why. There's a massive base underneath this island. There's got things built under there, not above. And I've never been invited. I know I'm not crazy. Whatever. So I'm going to pause this and I'm coming back when I get back to this final track. And that's not going to be difficult. This game is easy as fuck for me anyways. So yeah, coming back, pausing. Alright, so I just finished track number 3 and that was in no time at all. I just needed to focus. I'm really good at this game. It's fun to play it too. I just play this more so sometimes. It's 2025 and I sometimes go back all the way to this game just to challenge myself a bit, drift corners. Like I'm gonna actually do a video in the future of me just playing this, like not too seriously talking much, and you'll see how really good I am. I'm going to try that now for this race as well. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to, what I had to say. So about the submarines, there's a literal company on this island on Barbados called Atlantis Submarines. And what it does, you just get into the submarine, and it takes you down to the coral reefs around the island, and you see all the pretty eels and fish and stuff like that live around here. And what I'm going to say is, for those who don't know, a reef is a plant. Just like we have trees on the surface, those are like trees, but in the ocean itself. They're plants on the earth, and they're plants in the ocean as well, right? Now, the thing about plants are, right? Plants work from carbon dioxide. They take our carbon dioxide, we breathe in oxygen, and they take in carbon dioxide during the daytime. And they give out oxygen that we then take in and breathe. It's like there's a codependency going on here, right? And during the nighttime, then, these plants then work on oxygen, you know? They're taking the food that they made from the sunlight, as with coral reefs exist under the ocean, but still close enough to the surface that they could get sunlight and stuff like that. They work the same way. They work off of sunlight, but it's like more marine based. All right, so that's that. And as well, when I was talking about the ear coming from the inner earth beneath Barbados, that death cave that I do know is the center hollow earth that is underneath Barbados. There's going to be some ear coming in through the cave that I'm talking about, and then there's going to be some air going out, like coming in. Believe it or not, air passes through water. For those who don't know that, air actually passes through water, so fish and stuff still get the oxygen. They separate the oxygen in the water and stuff through their gills. Water, air passes over and into and through. There's a thin layering to that. Water itself is the same, I think, compound. Water is H2O, and air carries O2. Get it? H2O, O2 is just translated, inverted. Yeah, so, and hydrogen, right? So, that air from the pressure beneath the earth is pushed back up right where those reefs are, all around the island. The very 100% full circle circumference around Barbados is a lot of freaking reefs. They keep this secret because this is what proves to anyone who has a freaking brain that there is something underneath there. No place is going to have that much reefs growing out of nowhere for no reason, just like that. Something is feeding them that oxygen, that carbon dioxide, actually. Carbon dioxide feeds plants, believe it or not. So there's something under the island that's been hidden for years, upon years upon years. They're like civilizations that lived there before and still do live there today. And Bajans, Barbadians guard that shit. And only whomever gets invited. Everyone else, it's kept a total secret. You live on this island and you know nothing until you die, possibly. You're treated like shit. And you live here, you possibly get unfared so much that you don't get to leave the island, you know. You're not, how should I say, is like you're fucking jailed in a sense on this weird fucking island. You don't get the income, you don't get the support. You're always, because look at it this way, on a large land like a continent, you would have some form of system where, you know, there are laws and stuff like that, and you have human rights, right? But this island is so tiny that it is like too easy for these Barbadian people to literally scheme every single thing that happens in your life. You could buy something from a store, the entire island knows, or whomever in the island is connected to the real Atlantis would know what you bought, what you did, everything you see. By the end of the day, literally, in one day, the entire island already knows what you did. Alright? So your life is controlled around here. On the surface, at least, that's how they move with us fucking Jillies. So those who are accepted into their freaking weird ass Atlantean system possibly get to see down there, possibly go down there, and this is where it's getting serious. They realize that they're putting references now into the freaking movies and films, Monster Hunter Whales, those creatures coming back up from beneath the earth and stuff like that. Down there is changing. They realize what's coming and that they're scared. They realize that people like me should be more respected, and it's all last minute. They might be trying to help me last minute. I don't know. Like nothing is they're not no help is going on. No. But I'm saying these people are going to realize that I'm not stupid. Then what begins down there, and it's going to begin down there. It's going to start down there, and then it's going to affect the surface after. Like things that shouldn't be happening, they thought was impossible. Leaks, like quakes, cracks, is going to shift. The earth is going to flip. It flipped already. They don't know that. It flipped a long time ago. Like in recent years, it flipped for a while now. The earth did. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, start boost. So I'm just gonna focus. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong R button. I pressed the bat triggers and possibly screwed already. Holy shit. Oh my freaking god. Just one mistake in these Nintendo games and you're screwed. And anyone could tell me that Sony's better than Nintendo? Hell's no, man. See if I can get a draft from this Waluigi. Come on, Waluigi, give me my boost. Good. Trying not to fall off from the draft boost that I took. Trying to pull myself ahead here. So I've got 3 boosts. Gotta be careful with these. This track doesn't come with handrails. Well, this is that part. That's me laughing. Not, you know, I'm not. Nothing's wrong with me. It was working so hard in the gas station for months that people might think I'm sick, and that's why I left. Hell no. You fucking sickly, weird ass, some of you African American Asians that think that everyone is sick like you are, that you people are coming around here because you had a piece of money bought in to live on the Black America island, and you think I'm sick like you. No, my gene is clean. I'm actually lucky as hell. That's how clean I am and healthy I am. Alright, so yeah, this is shit. Oh god. Thought it was gonna fall off there. These games are too freaking oh my god. I think I got him. Yep, got him. Is Yoshi? Shit. Yoshi is a problem. Dang it, my item. Oh my god. Blue shell, please tell me it's a freaking boo. There's a ghost. I need a blue shell to hit this bitch. So if I was in first place, a blue shell will possibly be hitting me already. I'm telling you. But because it's the CPU's being, you know, played easy on for, you know, just because it's not the player, they don't care about sending a blue shell. It's the last lap. Where's the fucking blue shell game? Huh? Game? Where's the fucking blue shell? Come on. Game. Quit being a bitch. Game. Not going crazy for whoever could hear me. I'm actually fighting a game right here. Oh, there it is. Thank God. So late, blue shell. Come on, blue shell. Jesus, man. You're late, blue shell. Fucking game still pulled someone ahead of me. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I've got the memory to do it, so what I'm going to do is, I usually, you know, there's going to be grand finale for America at DS, so why not, right? I was going to pause the recording, but I've got a lot of things I want to talk about, and I do believe I can, yeah, I can and still effectively get here. It's just got to focus a bit too much on this fucking track, and 150 is crazy. Alright, so I'm going to quit because that's a second place. I'm not taking that. And Grand Prix 150. I've got a few things I want to talk about still also. Because what's coming for this earth is so serious, you need to know everything. So that they can't tell any lies and set us up who still live on the surface to die whilst they're in their fucking bunkers or their Atlantean land for protection, and we're up here dying. You know, it could all cave in on them and kill them anyways. Or the water could, you know, just go in and, you know, when the earth slows down and then come back out. Like it does every few thousand years. Alright, so, it possibly got, just like how you get slow leaks in your house if the rain falls too hard, like if you've got a really old house or something. Maybe that's happening to Atlantis all now, and these people are wondering what the hell is going on. Maybe. Most likely, from my calculations, that's definitely most likely what's happening. And, you know, we're up here and they could ask us for help, or maybe, but no, they kept us ignorant from birth. Like, I'm 30 years old and I wasn't told anything about the fucking place. So why would I help them, if you get what I mean? You're left on the shelf for too long. Get what I'm saying? So, I don't know, like, what's gonna happen if you are accepted into the true Atlantis or not. The actual civilization that they've kept secret from the surface for years, feel like special motherfuckers when it never belonged to them. It belonged to the people before, unless you are a literal descendant of whomever from that older earth, which is very unlikely the way the things are going these days. Maybe that's why Bajans are always inbreeding. They know something, they want to pretend they're something. But those people are going to come back for that land. They left the earth. If you know enough about these scripts before, I call them scripts, right? Those people left this bubble, and they were like actually taken off of the earth, actually. Whatever few hundreds of years ago, almost 1,000 years ago. And that's in our time, what we call the Bible days, almost 1,000 years ago. And then around 2,000 years ago, they lived here in numbers, and it was all bountiful, and just what we heard about the story of Eden and stuff like that, how the Garden of Eden was taken up out of the earth. Who's to say that didn't leave a big hole in the center of the earth, huh? I'm not crazy, that laugh is all necessary. A big crater in the center of the earth, that's where we are. And the centrifugal force kept the water separated, and the earth was, you know, revealed from the waters. God moved over the face of the waters of the deep, and the waters are separated from, you never know. Awesome, really interesting, right? The way that this island formed, it wasn't formed from volcano, it wasn't formed from tectonic convergence or divergence. Nothing of the sort. It was literally just revealed from the seabed. Is a literal. Alright, so there's this highway road on Barbados called the ABC highway, right? And there's some bedrock there. I don't know why they started digging away at it. Maybe they're trying to hide it. I spoke about it in a post, one of my videos a few months ago, right? I posted about it as well. There's a bedrock in the actual, at the side of the road. They cut away the bedrock to, you know, develop the highway over the years. And if you go and just stand up next to that highway and look at the bedrock, you literally see all the ancient coral in there. Is more than definite proof that this island comes from the ocean bed, that this island is a coral, a massive coral from beneath the freaking ocean bed that was revealed by whatever forces the earth is currently spinning on, right? The tilt that the earth spins on is never forever constant, and it is ever changing like other things. So the point it's at, the island, is revealed here. Atlantis could be at a different point of the earth soon enough, and this Atlantis is going to go back onto the fucking ocean. There are multiple spots. If you know where to search, if you know where Atlantis was before, this one is going to go back on there. All the gold or whatever the the hell, the fuck, in this time, the Bajans or whoever else civilizations before us before this modern age, whatever this Atlantis was doing under there is going to go back into water, and the new tilt location or new center is going to be, the water is going to recede at some point in there and form a new Atlantis. Alright, somewhere else. Atlantis never stays one place. Like, you know, anyone with a brain would know that. Like, yeah. So this is the new spot, I think. I think that's actually how it is. Because Barbados isn't too old. Barbados kind of formed in like recent enough centuries, years, hundreds, right? So this is the new Atlantis spot. But because of the speed wobble that the Earth is on, this is one of the shortest. This island was actually supposed to be a continent, believe it or not. I was saying about the speed wobble. I was talking about the using a spin top as an example, right? So this is going to be a really fucking long episode, though. Like, this is going to be interesting as hell, man. But if the Earth wasn't on a speed wobble, so the spin top spins, and then as it slows down, it tilts to one direction, then it tilts to another, and the slower it gets, it's going to be, instead of just tilting here and spinning and tilting, there's going to be tilt. So it's going to be Atlantis here, Atlantis there, Atlantis here, Atlantis there. If you get what I'm saying, it's going to be water receding from this spot of the Earth, water receding from that spot of the Earth, water receding from this spot of the Earth, and at some point the movement is going to be so quick even that the water doesn't recede anymore, and instead the top actually tilts right over. People are saying it's crazy. Oh, that's never going to happen. The Earth can't tilt over. The Earth is too big. Even my dad's, I heard him saying that. Ignorant, man. The Earth is working as a spin top, a flat spinning disc. All systems that follow that order, they fall over at some point, because the energy is never lost, it is only transferred to a new location. That is how everything in the universe works, even life, right? So I'd say we've got, maybe from what I was calculating and looking at and working on, we've got maybe like a few more months before the full tilt occurs, and this island just becomes embedded in fucking water and we all die and shit. If we stay here, that is, right? If we do. And there's going to be no new Atlantis, because we're on what I call the speed wobble, the end of the centrifugal force. So that's why the Bajans were wondering what happened to Harrison's cave. Is even when I was a child, right? When I was really small, I went to Harrison's cave as a kid, and don't ask how I know, but Harrison's cave, there's a cave on our island here that's actually like a tourist spot, right? The cave used to be bigger, right? But for some reason, there's a part of the cave now that's like mostly water, and Bajans are terrified by what it possibly means. The water is coming up, right? Why is the water coming up and the island still hasn't gone under? Because the spin that the Earth is on tilted, slightly changed, so slightly, right? Because there's a speed wobble, is not the speed wobble is like there's a slight. They're very fast wobbles, but they turn into very fast and tiny wobbles. When you look at a spinning top that's beginning to stop, it wobbles and then it turns. You see it shaking before it actually just falls over, right? That's what's happening right now. So the Earth slightly tilted and there's more water in there, and then as it goes over, this island could be engulfed in a day. I think the Bible literally said in some of its texts that the islands would be lost, like there'd be nowhere to be found. They'd be lost to what? The ocean? The waters? The islands would disappear then. Technically, that's what it's been saying. So we're dead. We're fucking dead if we stay here. And anyone who's dumb enough to wanna... Oh my god, Donkey Kong, you fucking fat ass bitch. Almost punched me off the track. Luckily, this isn't like freaking game before this. Oh my god, this isn't like Double Dash, or I would have been off into space, man. Good, I got my... But yeah, we're dead. The thing about it is the signs that there might have been, you know, there's some books that might have been, who knows what they have down there, things that might have been left back by the older Atlanteans, and you cannot judge this type of speed wobble. So they might be saying, oh, this isn't happening or that isn't happening, so we're not going to go on there. Like, oh, we can't properly judge anything right now. This is an entirely different type of wobble. This is a speed wobble. This is not a wobble. So we're not just going to have like water shift from one part to another. And when the wobble usually happens, when the tilt happens, the spot like resurfaces somewhere else, right? The land or the blessed place, they call it, whatever the hell, in their language, because they had different languages too. Don't ask how I know all this. Don't ask how I know all this shit. But Jesus the fuck. Nintendo is a training ground, I tell you. Come on, drop it, you bitch, drop it. Drop that fucking banana peel. Holding on to it for dear life like a freaking human. Holy shit. I think he dropped it there, so let's go release that. Send that. What the fuck? Right, come on. Something ain't right. Oh my god, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it. So this island is in serious danger and is like these stupid low IQ fucking humans of these days that they only stuff the faces, and even the so-called elites would be fooled and or would miss. I wouldn't say it like that. Even the so-called elite don't know what is happening. Then that's the best way to put it. They're not being fooled by anyone, anything. That's not necessarily what's happening. It's more like they are missing the actual event. They don't know. They can't correctly judge it. They're totally wrong. Alright, so this is it. I'm not recording the entire fucking thing over again. I'm not going a full hour of this game. So I'm going to pause here. And then I'm going to just come back when I get to this track again. And I'm going to finish because I think I detailed enough already. We're going to die if we stay on this island. I'm telling you guys. Alright. So, pausing, coming back. Alright, so I passed this third track again. So, I'm just going to drop the science for the final, the grand conclusion, the conclusive point of this entire little rant I had about the water beneath the island and stuff like that. This Atlantis and all that. So, say the island is a bucket, is the bucket actually, the center of where the water settles. When a spin top begins to reach the conclusion of its spin, right? The water it slowly slows down, but it slowly slows down with this sort of speed wobble, right? That's the speed wobble you're in, like I said, right? So the water is slowly but surely is not going to as yet because the bucket is still spinning. It's still in that spin, water being thrown around on it. It's still doing that, but it's slowing down gradually. So bit by bit, the water begins to settle back into the center of the bucket, right? Into the bottom. And that's why the water is coming up into Harrison's cave. And whoever has fucking brain, as they see that, they know that we need to leave this fucking island. But people still live on the damn island because they're retarded. That's exactly what's happening. So there are points of the cave that there was more cave you could have walked around on is filled with water. And more so because this island is made of limestone. Limestone is supposed to be very absorbing of water, that it could get back down into the earth and whatever channels beneath there that the water travels to. Like especially Atlantis, there's streams and stuff under there that the water travels to back into the ocean. Kind of cool, right? Instead, a lot of places down there now are like drowned off in water. and Harrison's Cave itself, parts that used to be walkable in Harrison's Cave are now literally like flooded by water. Right, the water doesn't have anywhere to go now, so that's maybe why the water is literally coming up out of the earth now in my house and stuff even more these days, because the water has no place to go like it used to. That doesn't happen just like that, not so easily, I'm telling you. All right, there's something called just the hydro pressure from beneath the island is too high. So I know what I'm talking about. So the island now, this way certain parts flood so just rapidly, just like that, and so easily now and stuff. This island is dead. Alright, this island is fucking dead. Let me get my start boost, and I hope that I get this complete, because I don't want to be spending over freaking all of this dang thing. The last time I did that was oh my god, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oof. Ah, hit him, shit. Good. He just fell off the track. You see that? Like, because we were on the center of the, and somehow still passed me again already. The CPU playing unfairly, man. Like, something is off here, man. I'm telling you, something is wrong. Oop, how to dodge that. Whoa, all those banana peels trying to get me to fall off the track scene. CPU's trying to get its revenge. Jesus Christ. I can't do it. I literally can't do it, man. I can't do this. Alright, come on, man. Come on, come on, come on. This should be easy for me. Who's here? God damn it. Fuck you, Waluigi. Oh, blue shell, blue shell. Whoever's in first place, you're doomed. Come on. Watch it, Yoshi, you bitch. Back. You've got to be so brave to really best this track, because you've got to be drifting on these corners, and you could easily drift and you know, mistakenly drift right off the track, stuff like that. You've got to have a really good controller as well. I'm going to drop that right there. Whoever slips in that is going to fall off the track. Ah. I don't know if it was visible there, but like at a point when I was drifting right there, the cart was actually like skipping like a rock skipping on the surface of water. The physics in this game, in these games, are way more precise than some people are freaking brainy enough to realize. It's dang awesome. I've got a release A there and ascent finished. So, long story short, the water is beginning to settle back to the center of the earth where Barbados is, and this island is in definite danger. We're going to fucking die. It's best that we ready ourselves, pack up everything that's most important to us as a person on this fucking earth that we live so far, and leave this freaking center bowl that this island is. It's going to sink. It's not going to sink, it's going to be covered again because it came from the ocean. The ocean is going to cover it back again. It's going to happen, people. I'm sorry, but it is going to happen. Alright? It's going to happen. So we need to leave this dang island. We need to. You can now choose among 7 different cars. Alright, awesome. Didn't I just... okay, so Lightning Cup is where we get the credit. So yeah, very next episode then, I'm going to carry on and begin the Retro Grand Prix section. Alright, so I'm just going to work on these episodes for now. And then I'm going to go carry on with this Shell Cup. These are the tracks that then are all focused on tracks from older games. Super NES, N64, GBA, and GCN. Alright, so leave a like, leave a comment what you think about my little discussion there at the end of this video about Barbados and Atlantis and all that. And you could subscribe as well. That is supposed to be a follow button. It should really read follow instead of subscribe, because there's going to be misleading for a lot of people. Too many services online use the word subscribe referring to paid service, but this is free of charge. You're only following my channel, you'd be notified whenever I make new videos and new posts and stuff like that on this channel. Alright, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever and wherever you are watching. Until next episode, thank you for watching. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907.